Hello everyone, it's Kaylee and I am filming a video today, obviously. I am doing this very last minute and very out of the blue because tomorrow's decision day and I did already commit to a school. I originally filmed one the day I committed, but I was just a mess, so I thought I would refilm it, and I was planning on using my other camera, that one right there, and just like doing a whole video, but I don't really have time for that right now, and I kind of want to get this up as soon as I can. So I am not doing those videos that everyone does where like they have like cupcakes or whatever it is and they reveal the school, like they break down each school and do all that, because I'm very lazy, but also I don't really have much of an explanation for each school. I kind of already knew I wanted to go here for a while, so I'm not doing that. But instead of just revealing where I'm going to college, I'm also going to answer a lot of the questions I got in the video, because in my stats one I only answered like 3 or 4, but I did get quite a bit of questions that I still haven't got to answering. So I thought I would just do a whole Q&A video, and then at the very end I will reveal where I'm going to college. So stay tuned for that. But right now, let's just get right into the questions. Okay, so the first question is, when looking at GPA, do universities only look at junior year? Sorry if it seems like a dumb question. I'm from another country, so I don't really know this. That's not a dumb question. They don't only look at your junior year. Your junior year is the most important year because that is when most people take the SAT, and also they do really emphasize junior. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but junior year is like the most important year, I would say, because that is where they're most focused on, but it's not the only year that they look at. They also do look at your sophomore year and I think freshman year. I know that UC's is, I could be wrong, don't quote me on this, but I think UC's are sophomore and junior year. That's what they look at, your sophomore, junior year. And then colleges do also look at your senior year. It's just that they don't look at it during the application process, but they look at it, or I guess it depends on like when you apply to schools. They might look at your senior year first semester. Honestly, I really don't know all this stuff, so I could be wrong. It's just what I've heard. But I know that for senior year, colleges look at it mostly the school that you're committing to. You'll just send your like transcript and everything so that they can see if you've maintained a decent grade, because if you don't get a certain grade that they require of you, then you can get rescinded. So senior year is still important, just not that important. But junior year is the most important, just not the only year that they look at. Since you got accepted mostly, do you pick a school and go there? If so, what about the other schools you didn't choose to go? So I didn't do anything for the schools that I chose not to go to, or even like the waitlist schools, because I wasn't planning on going to those waitlist schools. I just didn't do anything. Same for like other schools that I chose not to commit to. I'm pretty sure that nothing will happen if you don't do anything to those schools, but you do choose only one school, because if you choose like 2 schools but you're gonna have to end up going to one, then you'll just have to pay a lot of money to say that you're not going to go to this school after committing. That costs a lot of money, so you should only commit to one school. I don't think you have to do anything for the schools you're not going to, because I didn't, and I could be wrong. I don't know what'll happen because I didn't, but I'm sure that it doesn't matter. Do you think film cinema admissions officers look at GPA a lot? I really want to major in cinema at a lot of the universities you apply to, but my GPA is a 3.3. Well, first of all, your GPA is not bad at all. It's just that it depends where you're applying. Film schools, I think they look at you overall, but then they also focus on like your portfolio or your separate supplemental essays. For all schools, not just film majors, they look at you as a whole. So it's not just about your GPA, your extracurriculars, your essays, just all this stuff matters. It's not just about, what was I trying to say? It's not just about your GPA. So I'm sure you're fine with that. I don't know. I'm honestly not the best person to ask for this because I don't know too much about that stuff, but I'm just assuming that it's not as important. You don't have to have as high marks as opposed to when you're applying to a different major, but it still matters to a certain extent, if that makes sense. What are your thoughts on San Diego State University? I'm only a freshman, but I'm still looking into colleges, and I got a chance to go there this summer. I'm in a charter college prep high school, so I was wondering how good it is. I didn't look too much into San Diego State University. One thing I do know is that the school is really nice. I know the campus is really pretty. I've never been there myself, but I heard that it's really good. It is a Cal State. Cal States are really great schools, but I think it's going up there and it's getting getting better and better every year, and I hear that it gets harder to get in every year as well. It's a pretty good school overall, and I would say they have awesome programs as well. I know that a lot of people choose to go to San Diego State. I have a friend who's going there too. And one thing to say is I'm not going to San Diego State, so I don't have too much to say about it, but I know that it's still a very awesome school. So yeah, that's that. Any tips for how you improved your SAT score from 1220 to 1360? Honestly, I would say that that SAT that I took was a really easy SAT. I got pretty lucky, I think, with the test, but also because it was so easy, the curve was so high, so I could have honestly gotten a better score if I got the same amount wrong for a different SAT, because this one was a lot easier, so the curve was set so much higher. But for me, how I studied for the SAT was just, I watched this person on YouTube. I think she's like a college counselor. I think it's Super Tutor TV or something like that. I watched her videos a lot, and I didn't do too much prep for SAT, honestly. I kind of just studied the week of, so don't do what I did. Make sure to study like a month ahead, or study just a lot and keep trying to improve yourself. That helped a lot though, watching her videos. And then this book, I'll just insert a picture. I got this SAT book, and I think that book is a really nice book if you want to prepare for the SAT. Do a bunch of practice tests, and honestly, I think it's so not worth it to go to tutors and stuff. I mean, it can help. It depends on the person, but I think it is completely doable to do it on your own. Just practice using a bunch of practice tests. And I know there's Khan Academy too. I haven't used that, but I heard great things about it. I know friends who used it and it helped them a lot. Self-studying is awesome because honestly, having a tutor or going to some after school is very expensive, but you do you, and going to another place does help. Just depends on the person. I personally did not have any tutor or any extra help. I just did practice tests on my own, and I'm satisfied with my scores. Even though they're not the best, I'm still fine with those scores. So yeah, focus on areas that you are struggling with more, but also make sure to focus on the other sections as well. Make sure you know the test. If you take a lot, you'll learn to know how the test works, because it's not all just about like being smart. So just take a lot of practice tests and you'll be fine. Where did you get the opportunities for the camps programs that you attended? For me, I just kind of like the summer before senior year, I realized that I didn't have too much that I did. I did have a lot of long-term things, but it wasn't much. So I thought I would like cram in a few things before I entered the whole college application process. Or for the film program that I did, I got something in the mail from there, but I also just looked up film programs. I think I literally just searched up film programs for high school students or something like that. Also, I would get like emails about different programs, and I used to just ignore them, but because I was going into senior year, I thought I would do some. So like my entrepreneurship one, I just checked my email and I got that one, so I was like, you know what, I'll just do it. So I just signed up for it and I did it. But you can honestly just look up programs for like high school students or something like that, and I'm sure you can find some. That's how I found mine. Okay, so that's all for the questions that I got. I don't know if I answered everything or all the questions, but I answered the ones that I found, and I'm an open book. I'm always open to more questions, so feel free to ask them if you have any more. So yeah, now time to reveal where I'm going to college. It's the question I got the most, and yeah, this is finally the part where I reveal where I'm going to college. So the college that I'm going to is Chapman University. I'll be attending Chapman University this fall as a creative producing major. I do have thoughts about changing my major. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna see how creative producing is, but that is what I'm going into. Specifically, I'll be going into the Dodge College of Film and Media Arts at Chapman University. And I did actually already reveal where I'm going to college on my Instagram, so if anyone wants to check out my Instagram, this is my Instagram, so feel free to follow me. You can also DM me any questions if you guys have any more questions. That is where I'll be going to school, and the reason why I picked Chapman is honestly because of the film program in the beginning.
와우, 먹방 보고 있냐?
Oh yes. 야, 뭐 묻었어. 나 이거 지금 찍고 있어. 문 닫아봐. 이거 빨리 찍게. I did have a lot of dream schools. At one point I really wanted to go to UCLA and I was set on that school, but I didn't get in, and also over time I just kind of didn't like it too much anymore. And at one point I really wanted to go to UC Santa Cruz as well because I heard that their film was pretty good. And NYU, I really wanted to go there at one point. Like I switched around a lot throughout my whole college application process, but by the time it was January, I was pretty set on Chapman because I did get in early. The one thing was just the money, so I was like, oh, I can't afford this school even with the scholarship. But then I got my financial aid package back, and with all the FAFSA and everything, it is still quite a bit, but I did apply to a lot of scholarships and those decisions didn't come out yet, so we'll see how that goes. But just overall, I really love this school. I visited this school. I actually went to the preview day, so I'll just be putting in clips of the school. Right now it is 6:55 a.m. I actually woke up at like 5:30 or something, super early. We are headed to Chapman University for preview day. My dad's calling me, so my dad came to pick us up and we're gonna go, because it takes like an hour to get there, so we're gonna go. It starts at 8 and it takes like an hour to get there, so we need to leave soon. It's 6:56 now, so we're running a little late, but yeah, we're just headed there, so yeah. But I visited this school and I really liked it. It is quite a small school, but I loved how the class sizes were really small, and they had a really awesome film program, and just they seemed to have such a great community and very welcoming, and I just felt very welcomed when I went. And also the dorms, I really liked the dorms. I did the dorm tours. I was just so excited being there and then seeing like where I'll be living for the next 4 years, and the location as well. It's about an hour away from home, so it's not too close, but it's also not too far. So it is a distance where I can come home when I want. Also, it's not too close to home, so it does feel like I'm having this new experience in a new city. It's in the city of Orange, and I've never really been to Orange County. I've been there a few times, but I don't know the area too much, so it'll be really new to me, so I'm really excited for that too. And overall, I'm just excited for everything, just majoring in a film-related major and meeting new people and all that. I'm just super excited. So if anybody else is going to Chapman, you know, let me know and maybe we can meet up or something. But yeah, I'm super excited to be attending Chapman in the fall, and I will be making a lot more videos at Chapman just related to the school and everything like that. So that is where I'll be going to school. I think that sums up everything. Okay, so that concludes this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be making a lot more videos, not just college related, so they will be coming soon. So stay tuned, stick around, and make sure to subscribe. And yes, see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.